Hello guys, I am back with another video. Today I'm going to be doing another etoh SC review, that being Tower of Inevitable Failure. Last video we did Tower of Polychromatic 0, and I think that video turned out pretty well, so I'm going to do another one. I was going to make a video about explaining everything that happened with etoh and Chukala, but there's already like a lot of videos about that and you've likely already heard of it. To briefly kind of explain it, Juke stole Robux, and like a lot of Robux, and wasn't even paying the devs, so she stepped down, and now like Ader Nallis, I'm pretty sure, but them and Gamma now own the game as a double owner kind of thing. So I don't know when the name change is gonna be coming out, but it will at some point. Kind of sucks. Like I like how Juke resigned, like, but it's also like it's always been like Juke being the owner, and like just seeing that change is kind of crazy, not gonna lie. Plus the name Juke's Towers of Hell is really iconic, so I don't know, I guess we'll have to see how this kind of plays out. Another thing, Citadel of Quadrilaterals is now insane until they nerf it, but this could hint at soul-crushing citadels. I'm not sure if I said this in the last video, but I do want to do citadel reviews. I already do soul crushings, and I'd like to also do some citadels if you guys are interested with that. Also, I did turn down the graphics, so hopefully you guys are kind of okay with this. So without further ado, let's get straight into the video. So starting off, we have floor 1, and I don't think floor 1's that bad. I kind of grinded this a long time ago. It was actually my first SC, which makes this SC review kind of special. I'm also going to be using vertical mobility, just so I don't have to worry about nerves and trying to make the video at the same time. So hopefully you guys were kind of okay with that. But here we have floor 2, and the tower isn't that bad, considering the more earlier floors. It's really the later floors you have to worry about. This tower is also pretty short compared to Tower of Polychromatic 0, so this this review shouldn't be as long as the last video. I hope, at least. Also, there's a wall hop skip right here. That's pretty cool. I actually did use some pretty OP skips when playing this tower, so, but I did beat it legit, like at some point afterwards. But anyways, we have floor 3, and not much has changed. I think it's kind of the same. I think the only floor I really had trouble with, or floors, it was more like I probably had the most trouble with 4. Once you get past like the first half, it sort of becomes the tower kind of becomes more, I don't know, it just seems easier to beat once you get past the first half, or it was for me at least, even though the second half is probably harder. I do actually really like this kind of gameplay. I don't really like how, I mean, even though I'm not kind of skill level, I don't really like, just from looking at it, it doesn't really seem that fun. I never actually specified the tower I was talking about, Tower of Champions Road, which is also part of this trilogy, which is pretty cool. I like how this tower is in a trilogy. I think this tower is definitely the better one out of the 3. I feel like Tower of Champions Road, it's not the worst, but I don't know. just by looking at it, it doesn't seem like the worst, but like Tower Fracture and Memories, I feel like is a little too modern for my liking. toif is just really fun. That entire opinion I just said didn't really make sense, but hopefully you guys kind of get what I'm talking about. Basically toif is the best out of the 3 towers. I feel like there's not as much to commentate on this tower, because I feel like I can commentate more on like more modern towers and like creative towers like Tower of Polychromatic 0. This tower's, it's pretty good. It's good, but it's like there's just not much to really commentate on, which isn't necessarily a bad thing, but it's still more entertaining if I have more to say about the tower. I also do like this whole cylinder truss kind of thing. I think that's pretty cool. This tower definitely, like, is more in the truss kind of gameplay. So, if you're looking to get better at trusses, this is definitely a pretty good tower to play. It might not be the most fun to grind, but it's still pretty good. Also, I'm pretty sure Adamir rated this as the hardest floor. I don't really necessarily agree with that, but yeah, I think he rated it like extreme or something. When I did play this, or when I beat this, even though I did use quite a few skips, it wasn't like the most hard, you know? Like, it wasn't the most difficult to beat. I kind of just beat it on a random day. I just decided, hey, let's play Tower of Inevitable Failure, and I just randomly beat it, which was really surprising, because I fluked from floor 4. Don't even ask me how. And I'm not trying to brag or anything, but fluking from 4 is just, I don't know. I feel like it's something I could never do. But I did use quite a few skips, including the overpowered skip on this floor, so it wasn't fully legit, but I did beat it later. Also, what is this truss? Here we go. And here we have floor 8 already. This tower is not actually too long if you got a pretty, not too fast, but kind of fast pace. Kind of like mine right now. Like, how much time are we at? 7 minutes. Yeah, this video definitely won't be as long as my TOPZ video. Although, dude, floor 8 is notoriously like one of the harder floors. I genuinely think floor 8 is harder than floor 7. And I didn't really grind this tower for too long, but I do. That is what I think. Specifically because of the truss gameplay. It's not too hard, but there is this one flick actually coming up here. This flick right here is brutal. Especially under nerves, dude. That's like, yeah, that's crazy. I'm still really surprised I passed that first try. I feel like I'm better, like, when I have nerves. Like, in real runs, you're more focused, is kind of what I'm trying to say. And here we have floor 9, actually. Yeah, this tower is not that long. I thought it would be, like, a little longer, but no. But dude, the nerves really start to kick in here. Because once you get past 8, the tower, it's not necessarily free. It's not as hard. But I guess nerves do make it really hard. I'm sorry I couldn't really say much in this video. I'm just now noticing, like, how little there is to commentate about toif. overall, I think the tower's not too bad, but yeah, I mean, it's not like as creative as like something like TOPC was, or is. So, I mean, oh my goodness, dude. On my winning run, I just nearly failed those trusses. Dude, they're scary. Even though there's not really any outside sections in this tower. Bro, what is this flick? Okay, there we go. As I was saying, even though there's not as much like outside sections, it's still really scary. There's a lot of hard parts on the later floors. And speaking about later floors, we're actually on 10. How long is this run? 11 minutes. Yeah, this tower is like 15 minutes. Also, if you do plan to go for this as a first soul crushing, I definitely wish you luck. It wasn't that bad when I was playing it, but there are definitely a lot of hard parts. I guess that's how you do it. I don't really know. Also, this jump right here, oh man, that's a hard jump. I guess I never really noticed this, but they could have done that jump like that. But on my winning run, I kind of did this jump like that. I guess either way it works. And then here you have the last 2 wraps of the tower. I might actually repeat this after making this video. This tower isn't even that bad from when I first played it. And then here you have the infamous final jump. It's really cool how they made this in all 3 of the towers, and we're dead. But it's really cool how they put that kind of swing thing on all 3 towers of the trilogy. I think that's really cool and unique. So I can't actually go to like the win area because of the huge VM box, but when I was playing through this, I know there wasn't much to really commentate on. I was kind of just playing through the tower most of the time, but it's kind of more like this last part where I have the biggest insight about the tower. toif is very fun. I'm actually still kind of glad I did this as a first soul crushing, because it was a pretty good skill booster, and like both just normal purism and like trust gameplay. I would heavily recommend going for this tower, as it is just overall really good. If you do have like higher skill level, this tower isn't even that bad. Yeah, overall, thought the tower was really cool. It's really scary because the nerves are just pretty huge on this tower for some reason. But like I said, yep, I definitely recommend this. You go for this tower. And I think that just about concludes everything I was gonna say in this video. I might make the next video, like, it'll probably be a tower review, but I'm gonna do the first Citadel, so expect it to be a little bit of a longer video. Not sure which Citadel I'm gonna do, but I might just do a Remorseless Citadel, but who knows. But yeah, I think that's the end of this video. I hope you guys enjoyed this one. Sorry again, it was a little short and not as entertaining as the last one, but hopefully the next one will be a lot more detailed, and I can always make a remake of this one if I want to. So I think I'm just gonna upload this and see how it does. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.